All right, so now let's look at transshipment problem. Here we have source nodes and destination nodes like a transportation problem. But in addition to that, we have intermediate locations. So it'd be like production plants ship products to a warehouse, and then from warehouse the products get shipped back out to the customers. Okay, so that would be a typical transshipment problem. Okay, so here in this example we have snow blowers that are manufactured in Toronto, Detroit, and shipped to regional distribution centers in Chicago and Buffalo, right? And then from Chicago and Buffalo, shipped out to houses in New York and Philadelphia, New York, Philadelphia, and St. Louis. So two plants, then two warehouses, and three destination points. Okay, so shipping costs vary from location to destination, and snowblowers cannot be shipped directly from factories to the destination points. It has to go through the warehouses. Okay, so here is the network. So we have 800 and 700 capacities at the source node, and the demand is 450, 350, and 300 at the destinations. The transshipment points are here, and what comes into the transshipment points must go out. Okay, and so incoming total minus outgoing total should be equal to 0, in other words. Okay, all right, so let's set this up in Excel. Okay, so then we have the costs. The costs are given in a table like this. So these are the two plants into warehouses. Okay, and these are the costs. And warehouses to the three destination points. Okay, and these are the supplies and the demands. So now let's go to Excel. Okay, so these are the sources, transshipment, and destination, and the costs are given here. Okay, plant to warehouses, then warehouses to destination. Okay, and then the supply. Okay, the two supplies from the plants, and then the demands. For the three destination points. Okay, let's color code this as input. Okay, so now let us set up the flow table. So origin and destination. So origin can be Toronto, right? Toronto to Chicago or Buffalo. Or it can be from Detroit to Chicago or Buffalo. Okay, so that's from the two plants to the two warehouses. Then we have from Chicago to New York City, Philadelphia, or St. Louis. Okay. Or Buffalo to the same 3 locations. So these are the origins and destinations. Okay. So now we have to get the shipping costs down here. Okay. So remember we used index. Now but index won't work here. And the reason for that is that, okay, if you use index, you need to specify the row number and column number. Okay? But what we have here for origin and destination are not row numbers and column numbers, but we have the name of the row, the name of the city. So what we have to do is to find the row number and the column number and use it inside index. So it's going to. So how do you find row number and column number? Okay, let me show you how to do that. So we can. Okay, we used match previously. So the first argument is lookup value. Lookup value is Toronto. That's what we want to look up. And then the lookup range is that, because this is the origin, then that should be absolute referenced. And the match type here is exact match. Okay, 0. 0 is exact match. You want exactly what we have there. And that will give us so that gives an error because I mistyped Toronto. So it should be okay, so now it's good. Right. So that will give us and a similar match for Chicago with, so now this is going to be column. So with that as the lookup range will give us the column number. So let's now set up the index. Okay. Index. All right. First argument is the array. So that would be the lookup array is that. And that should be absolute referenced, comma. So the first match will give us the row number. Then we need another match with destination. Lookup value is that, and then the lookup range is that. That should be absolute referenced. Okay, and then exact match. Okay, so one parenthesis for match and another one for index. Okay, so that will give you the shipping cost. Now you copy, and if there is any error, so that means I've made another typo here. Okay, Detroit, Detroit, I have. All right, so now that's done. Okay, so now we have the shipping costs, and our flow is going to be the changing cells